What's going on, y'all? What y'all up to? See nobody in the comments or in the chat. So I'm trying to find something right quick that I wanted to talk about today. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Particular one. What y'all up to today? Today a great day to be alive. Alive and kicking, y'all. I'm trying to find it.
Big dog, you're not Superman at all.
Hold on, y'all. What? Oh, yeah, I ain't talking about. Let's see. I'm trying to find this particular one. What up, hot tub?
He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when others think that they can raise me. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them and we become this wall of security. They come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they get their 18s and 19s and now you can't live in your house no more and you send them out into the world unprotected.
Hey y'all, we gonna talk about it. This is I thought it was interesting. I'm huge on Instagram and I listen to people and what they say. Well, this one woman, she said something that kind of stuck with me. And it's a woman raising a boy child. Um, Women have to recognize that they can't raise a man. You can't raise a boy into a man, and a man can't raise a woman, a little girl into a woman. Let's be real. I can't teach my daughter what my wife can teach my daughter, but I can teach my son how to protect himself while he's out here in different situations. So I'm gonna roll this clip. I'm gonna see what y'all think. What's up, Dress to Kill Tay and Charles Henry? What's going on? And Hot Tub Tony. Let me get into slapping somebody up here right quick, because I do that before I get started. This is gonna be interesting today. I want to see what everybody think about what she has to say. Men and women, jump up here if you feel free. I'm not picking on women today, but I just thought the statement she said was very interesting from a woman's perspective. So give me a second. Let me pull this particular and we have talked about it a couple times on my lives, but I just felt this is coming from a woman's perspective, so I want to kind of see what women think about her perspective and where she's coming from, and then we'll dive into it. I don't have too many people in here right now, but that's a-okay. That's all right with me. I treat my three like I got 300,000 in here, so we gonna keep it going. I want to learn how to do the members live. I don't know if you got to have a certain amount. I don't know if you got to have a certain amount of people. I don't know, so I got to get into all that too. So, but right now it's not happening because I'm dealing with some stuff. So we're going to show somebody, and then we're going to move on. Let's see. I want to actually hop into. Let me hop to my channel. Hold on.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your favorite gun on the checking in, Jay Skilly. May God bless each and every one of you.
Oh, we're gonna
Continue to
go.
take care of one another.
Let's see.
Don't forget to know the gun laws get safe around safe for traveling. And man, I'm having a good time out here in Miami. Flew in today. My family. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna go on that. Are we gonna go to Bayou Sugar's Garden? Garden? I'm gonna go Bayou. Hold on, y'all. Let me do a short.
Would you like to see my garden? Let me show you. I am a master gardener,
What's up, Arizona?
as you can tell. Oh, shit. Would you like to see my garden? Let me show you. This money that's... Would you like to see my garden? This money that's coming down the pipe.
Hold on. So as you see her name on the screen, Bayou Sugar Garden. I think I'm saying that right. Shout out to her. Definitely go subscribe to her, show us some love. So with that being said, we gonna hop into what I want to discuss today. I don't know, it might rub some people the wrong way, it might not, man. We talk about this all the time on my channel. Because I'm kind of a product of it in a way. Quote unquote. And so let me see if I can get it on the screen. Oops. I'm gonna tear my office up, y'all. Hold on. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting conversation today. Because what I'm about to play is not coming from a male, it's coming from a female's perspective. And you know, if we got any ladies in here, chime in. What you think about her comment? What you think about what she's saying as far as what we're going to talk about today? Like I said, if you've been on this channel before, let me turn the light on, and you have been in some of these discussions, then we're going to have a good time. Let me see. Okay, so my phone can hold right there. Once I play this, I'm going to get y'all in here. But I want y'all to... how can I do it? Okay.
How to survive in the situation.
Hold on. What the heck? Nope. Man, I want y'all to listen because I don't think I'm going to be able to.
I have a son in his 20s, and this is a bar that he dropped on me, and it crushed me, but I needed that. He said, if you really loved me, the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them, and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s, and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you. I have a son in his 20s.
So she said basically that her son told her, you didn't protect me to what's to come out here in this world. And that you were afraid of killing me instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that's what happened when a mother thinks she can raise a man. So let me redo this. So we cuddle them and put the wall up of security. And when they come crashing down, when they smell themselves, when they're 18 and 19, and now they can't live in your house no more, and you send them into the world unprotected, and that's why they resent you. What do y'all think about that, man? I think that she said her son dropped this bar.
He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you. I have a son in his 20s, and this is a
So she said she has a son in her 20s, but she needed it. He said, "You really love me that way you say you love me. You wouldn't have taught me how. You would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you weren't afraid of killing me. Instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself." And that is what happens to mothers who think they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we cuddle them, and we become this wall of security that comes crashing down when they get to smelling themselves. When they're 18 and 19, when they can't live in your house no more, we send them out to the world unprotected, and that's why they resent us. What do y'all think about that, man? I think that was a powerful statement coming from her, from a woman that has a 23, 24-year-old, and him telling his own mother that she didn't protect him. Hold on, I'm about to drop this link if y'all want to jump in here. And in some cases, mothers are doing the best they can with what they have and what they know. I'm not going to bash mothers that have to do it on their own. They're you know what I'm saying? So, I know women now that, fathers and step up. And the result is boys are not turning out too good. But you first have to understand, as a mother, your first instinct is to nurture. A mother is there to nurture and teach them how to be kind. A father is there to, especially with a male, to teach him how to protect himself from different situations in this world. And so we forget, and especially in society today, that we need the males. We need fathers to step up and be fathers. We need mothers to let the father step up and be fathers. Let the father make a mistake. I make a mistake with my own son. I do. I ain't the perfect dad. I make mistakes with him. But let me make the mistakes. As long as I'm not leading the boy to go kill or harm somebody, as long as I'm teaching them how to be responsible, let me make the mistakes. Because a mother's going to make mistakes with her daughter. And it's not my job to, every time she make a mistake, to say, hey, you made that mistake. But it's my job to encourage her to keep on raising that daughter of mine to be a successful young woman, to know how to respect herself, to know how to carry herself, to know how to protect herself from certain situations that I don't get myself into. And so that's the role of quote unquote, and that's the quote of my wife when it comes to my daughter. Um, I have a job, and that's to prepare my son to deal with knucklehead friends, how to say no to knucklehead friends, how to stand up for himself, and when they're doing wrong, get up out of there, give me a call, I'll come grab you. That's all that's my job as a father with him. Um, and show them that, you don't have to go do anything wrong to make a living. Just keep on trying, and keep on giving it your best. And eventually, man, everything's going to work out in your favor. So, while you're trying to be that wall of security, but when that wall of security starts come crashing down, at the age of 18 and 19, they want to smell themselves. Even, and I've seen some at 16, 17, 16 to about 19 when they get to smell themselves. So for me, if you're not with the father, give the father the opportunity to make the mistakes. Now, if it's deadly mistakes or it's going to put your child in harm to the point to where it could be a life and death situation, then I can kind of get it. So I don't know, man. That with her saying that, and said it crushed her when he told her, but she needed to hear it. She understands that she made a big mistake, and that's okay. But life is not promised every day, and we have to realize what our role is towards our own children, and the children that's in the family, or the children that's your children's friends. Is you trolling, John? I don't really like kicking people out, but yeah, you got one more time to say something inappropriate, bro. You got to go. That just threw me. Anyways, oh, that comment just threw me off. Oh my god. Okay. But I know my role as a father. My role towards my daughter is to show her how to be loved. Show her how she's supposed to be treated. And in the feminine side, I leave to my wife. That's my wife. Jovi, you know him? Because I never seen him. I'm just asking. So we all have a role to play in our children's lives. And long as you know that role, a lot of stuff will be cleaned up, man. We especially here in Detroit, man, we got a lot of young guys running around here doing things that when I grew up wouldn't be imagined. We talking about the other day, me, I think Zach and I ain't seen them in so long. Oh, okay. All right, he just threw me off. All right, okay. No, I'm sure. Okay, well, I'll leave him up here. Oh, Jovar, why you talk about the test before we move on some more? I did get my results back from the sheriff's written test. And basically what they do is if you fail, if you got a 69.99 and under on the test, it basically says in your profile you failed. It don't give you the score that you got, but it just says basically it just says fail. What's going on, Shanna? Joe Bob, I think I talked to everybody. Y'all excuse me, but I ain't ate this morning, so like I normally do when I need to eat, I'm eating on my live, so y'all forgive me. Get my weight up. But yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go back to the subject, but since Joe, I missed my test, the test yesterday. I shared it in church this morning when I was in church, and so let me share the results with you guys. So if it's a 69.99, it says failed in your profile. If you get a 70 and above, you pass the written part of this application process, which I am going through right now. But we're gonna go ahead and put that test score up there. So you guys, oh no, can see what I got, y'all. Did I fail or did I pass, y'all? Okay. So let me see if I can get y'all. If I can, hold on, y'all. I might have to turn this light on. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this light on. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Dang, I can. Dang, hold on, y'all. I don't know if y'all see that, but they say 79 point. All right, just tell y'all 76.34%. So I passed the written test for the sheriff department. So anything gun related up for sale? So I got my results back this morning. So my next step is to schedule for my physical agility test, which I will be scheduling tomorrow morning. I tried to schedule it last night, but you have to call. You could schedule the written over the internet, but you have to call to schedule the physical agility test. So that's the next step. Hey, Outcast, do me a favor. You won the optic last week from Howard J. I need you to either hit my Instagram so I can get you over, so he can get you over, so I can get you over to him, or you can get over to me. So he can get you the optic that he's gonna send out to you. So you did win the optic from Howard J. So I need to get your information. I don't know do you know my Instagram? If you don't, let me know. I give you my. Are you even on Instagram, New York? Why I'm somehow get on Instagram? I don't know if you even on there. Golly. I'll call Jason for you, lady. I ain't about to get your name wrong today. Today's Sunday. I ain't trying to get cussed out. Let me turn my camera off. I don't know if y'all want to see me eating. So New York, do you got a Instagram by any chance? Oh no. What's going on, bruh?
What's up, Skilly?
Not much.
Hey man, you know I'm gonna get on you, bro.
What that?
How you gonna have a live and you sitting there eating in the middle of your live, bro?
Cause I'm hungry. Cause I'm out. Hey, I told you, if you don't like it, if you don't like real stuff, don't come up here. Nigga, I'm hungry.
Well, you can't even get the point across because you eat.
Hey, no IG either. Okay, I'm old school. I do have a PO.
Congratulations, Skilly, man, for passing the test.
Thank you, sir. I do have a PO box posted under my box. Okay, I'll get that and I'll forward that to Henry. So Henry, what the hell? Howard J. So you can get your stuff, bro. Congratulations, man, for on that option. The rest of y'all, Shayna, and I think I might.
You ain't gonna get her name right for nothing in the world, are you?
Nope. I ain't. Yeah, we gonna go with Shayna. Yeah. She can kill me every time she see me. At
She gonna kill you, all right.
It's gonna be Shayna. I ain't even about to even play this game. Shana. Is it Shana or Shayna? Shana? I still saying the wrong name. See, I can't get it right for nothing, dog.
I want you to cut the camera back over. You know me. I come to ask you to take that hat off, bro.
Nah, hell no. Oh, today ain't about to get me today. I'm putting me a hat on.
I see the with Doug. I had jokes, bro.
I know you did.
Come on, man. Get on camera. Let me practice my comedy routine.
Okay. I get on camera, but my head ain't coming off. I guarantee you that.
So you still got the sunroof open, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, man, I want to salute your wife because she definitely love you.
I know.
She wake up today every morning. She say, not only do I love it, I'm going to braid what's left of it for it. You got a real woman, dog.
Hey, but before I start basic training, it's coming off. New beginning.
All of it?
I ain't gonna say, bro, I'm not going bald, bro. No.
Skilly, no. Man, you got to stop with the self-denial, bro.
No, I'm not going bald, cuz no.
Hey, man, you and Stephen A. Smith running neck and neck.
I don't give a damn. I ain't going bald.
Are you saying Jordan Farm?
What you talking about? I'm going as low as I can go.
You there already, bro?
Without going bald.
You right.
Hey,
you
Joe,
ain't going.
Joe, nobody asked you going. You already there. All right, Joe. Dog, I probably look terrible with a bald head, cuz.
Bruh.
I probably look terrible as hell with a bald head.
Trust me when I say this. And I say it because you my brother and I love you. You can't look no worse than what we saw last week. That was bad, bro. That was bad.
Now y'all gonna be talking about I'm a bald head. What else? Now I go bald, y'all really gonna clown me. Hey, I tell Tony, I go bald, you gonna clown me even more, ain't you?
Hey, y'all, Skilly got that Teddy Pendergrass going on. I think I better let it go. Skilly ain't got no hair no more.
I am gonna cut it, y'all, before I go to my training for new beginners. But we not going bald. Bump what Hot Tub just said.
Bruh, it's gone.
I don't care.
No hairline here.
I don't care.
Take the hat off. Just lift it up a little bit, man. Let's see.
No, here you go.
Just a little bit, man. All you see is shining, bro. It's gone.
I'm gonna see my wife say. If my wife say go bald, I'm gonna cut it all off for y'all. If my wife say it,
bring it in the chat, man. Bring it in.
Hey, Roro. She might not. Roro! She might come. She on the phone. Come here. Nah, my hairline ain't past my ears, sir.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I'm in denial then. Fuck it. I guess I'm in denial. As they say.
I'll tell you, Skitty, if you cut it off, she probably love you with a bald head.
I don't know, Jovan. She might not love me, dog. Yeah.
But she gonna love you regardless, bro.
Come
That's
here.
true love. Because if she wake up and see what we saw last week, that's real love right there.
You want me to cut it too? I ain't gonna lie. She want me to cut it too. All right. I got my boy Hot Tub Tony. Oh, you ain't got me, bro, girl. All right, my wife right here. She ain't gonna get in the camera, but go ahead, Hot Tub.
First of all, let me salute you, Miss Tactical Skill, you there, because you are a real one for falling in love and staying with this man and his magically receding hairline. But my question for you is, wouldn't you prefer him to cut his hair all off? Just let it go on and go?
I already told him.
See, I told you, bro, she tired of braiding what's left. I know her fingers hurt. She be trying to grab that last little piece of that scalp, bro.
All right. Really? Okay. Everybody want me to go bald.
Oh, you're not going bald, but
Man, you can't be no police. You can't be running behind criminals with your hairline following shortly behind.
y'all good that. Oh, I got a headache.
He said,
salute to the real ones who holding on to the guys with the receding hairline and those of us who will gain a good 40 pounds.
okay, well, for sure. Like I said, once I get to training, basic training, it will be coming off. How much will be coming off? I'm gonna get as low as I can go. You know what they're saying? You know, I know the song say, "Get low as you can get low."
Hey man, I ain't gonna have no more jokes for you.
Oh, y'all still gonna have jokes? That ain't. Stop playing.
Nah, I ain't gonna have no jokes for you, man.
It's all fun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's fun to me. Oh shoot. Oh,
I said it last week. I said it again, bro. You look like Maurice White, bro. I'm waiting on you to start singing. Say the reason that we're here. That's an old folks joke right there. Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you ever see the group Earth, Wind, and Fire, they lead singer got a hairline like Skillet.
Hey, y'all posted, man. We gonna get back a little bit to this story. I want to hear what you think about this. I'm gonna play it. You got to kind of decipher the words with the music. But it's a young lady that said her son told her something that she needed to hear, which I thought was very interesting coming from a woman perspective on raising a boy child. Hold on, let me see.
So what we do is we coddle them and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you. I have a son in his 20s, and this is a bar that he dropped on me, and it crushed me, but I needed that. He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you. I have a son in his 20s.
So I thought that was interesting. She said he resents her now because she didn't protect him. She cuddled him with as security, and when the walls came crashing down, she didn't teach him how to protect himself. I thought that was very interesting from a woman's perspective. And that's what's wrong with these young men now. And I'm not bashing any woman that had to do it by herself. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day. You only can do what you're able to do. And that's just as well as single fathers or fathers, women that done left, that done died, or left the children with the father. You can only do so much with a girl child as a man. You only can do so much. The rest is up to the mother to come along, teach her how to be a lady, teach her how to be sophisticated, how to respect herself, and have others respect her as well. But as a male, you only can do so much.
That's why fathers are important. Especially you can't, a woman can't raise a child, raise a man. You can teach him basic life skills up to a point, but how to navigate the world as a man, especially as a black man,
Yeah,
that can only be taught by another black man.
absolutely. And you know, and the one thing I've always told my wife, and then with my children, no matter what we go through, I'm always gonna be there for mine. You're not gonna rob me of the opportunity to
That's
not be
commitment.
there, to be there for mine. No matter what we going through, I'm always gonna be there for mine. If I
Bro,
gotta go to,
she is gonna always be there for you.
absolutely, absolutely. But you know, it's some cases. In some cases, you know, when the male and the female depart, they forget about the children or the child, and they don't put the child in consideration over their own feelings. And as men and women, you have to be able to do that, especially when you have children, because the children is one that's going to need counseling. You know, especially if y'all been together for so long, they're going to need the counsel, especially as little ones. So say if you get a divorce at 5, 6, or you decide to separate at 5, and them being 5 or 6 years old when they're young, elementary, you know, just getting to school. That a lot of men and women don't understand that that's going to affect that child. School, unless y'all two sit down and have a conversation with that child, letting them know that, or him know that, regardless of what me and your mother going through, we're both always going to be there for you. But we got to learn as grown men and women to take our feelings out of it and put the child first. And that's why I think a lot of people make that big mistake with children. Then you weaponize. Then a lot of people use the children as they weaponize them against the mother, or the mother against the father. So it's us putting ourselves out the way in order to make sure this child get the best stable situation at both households, because it's two different houses. It's two different households now. So you just want to make sure that they both are growing up in a healthy environment in both situations.
Facts. And that's unfortunate that does happen with them kids being used as pawns in grown folks' affairs. I ain't never been a fan of that.
Nah.
You know, if y'all can't get along as two grown individuals, you don't have to.
You're right.
But as long as both of y'all are effectively co-parenting, that's the main thing.
And that's the best thing for the child. It's not about you. It's about making sure that child get the best opportunities that you can provide and that the mother can provide, whether that's in the same household or a different household.
But the best thing for the child is a 2-parent household.
It is. I agree, but you know, it does come up with situations where, unfortunately, a lot of these children are not in the same household. There's a lot of children that's having to go between 2 households, and so in that case, to me, just take yourself out of it and focus on the child and make sure the child is in the best situation possible. That's your duty as a parent. Make sure they're in the best possible situation they could possibly be in, whether you're married, together, divorced, or separated.
That's facts.
Because I am a product of that type of environment with my mom and dad. I grew up where I knew my mom hated my dad. I knew it. And then once my dad got custody of us, the women that my dad dated didn't want his children. They wanted my dad. And so I had a different feeling about women growing up. unfortunately, I had a negative experience with women growing up. Other than my grandmother, which is it's been 10 years since she's been gone, but she was more like my mother than my mother was to me when
Now,
I was coming up.
you brought up something interesting right there, bro. That don't get talked about enough. That in these relationships, because a man, you see a lot of men willing to become stepfathers. That's pretty common. I say over the last 40, 50 years, that's been common. And they will accept those children as they own. But when the roles is reversed, I don't see that the women accepting the children as they own the same way that man does. And people don't talk about that. You hit on something right there, bro.
Well, I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? And and then one thing my mother told me when we was young, my dad was dating this one young lady, and I guess my mom came to pick us up or something, and we were sitting on the floor. And I guess my mom asked, "Well, why are my children sitting on the floor?" She said, "Well, I don't want them to dirty up my furniture, my couch." And my mom lost it from what she told me. We was young when this happened. We was real young. Um, and so, and me being a teenager, I kind of recognized it with my stepmother, who is that's how we got to Detroit, was my dad's second wife. My mom, then Detroit was my dad's second wife, and then he moved back home and married again. But I could tell how she treated her children compared to me, my brother, my sister. The tension in the household was always tense, especially her and my sister. Because my sister ended up moving out. See, I graduated 2003, so my sister probably been home since the late 90s, mid 90s. She been back in Arkansas. So they couldn't get along, so my dad shipped her off to my mom. And so we always felt that the women that my dad had didn't really care about his children. And unfortunately, like I said, it really messed me. Well, really pretty much messed me and my sister up. My brother, he's on the slow end of things, but
Don't
for
say
me,
it like that, Skip.
I didn't
Don't
know.
say it like that.
My brother, he functions, he works, he does everything he needs to do, but you know what I'm saying.
Just say it better, man. That was
Well,
kind of.
he
We got what you say. We got. Don't even try to dress it up, bro. Yeah, it was
I might
finna go
make it
bad. I
worse, hot
already see
tub.
it.
I might make it worse, hot tub.
All I say, it's fine.
So for me and my sister, man, it really affected us. Especially my sister when she moved with my mother. My mother said the first couple months with her was more like walking on eggshells. And so, man, me and my sister, my brother, we went through a lot, especially with the women that my dad decided to make them his wife. So it happens. It happens to the best of us. Like I said, I seen the way she treat her children compared to me, my brother, my sister. And you could tell it, and a lot of adults don't realize when you do that, the children are paying attention to how you treat, say, yours. Because she has a son and a daughter, and they was older than us. I think when we came down here, one was in college and the other one was in high school. So she had older children when her and my dad met and got married or whatnot. So, and we could tell just certain stuff when they came over, they got to do certain things, and in this, it was there, and that's the reason why my sister had to move back home because the tension in the house was very high.
But see, that's that awkward position because your dad was in a no-win situation. Now, me as a man, I would say it was on him to check his new girlfriend, which ended up, his wife, his new wife, and say, "Hey, you ain't gonna treat my children different from how you treat your children." But like I said, I'd be curious to get one of these women in the chat if there are any women, Shanna, you included, to come up here and speak on that because you never hear that talk about, bro. That was a good point you brought up. They never talk about it's some bad women out here, and I know out my way, I've seen a couple of cases over the last couple of years where the mother has, dad had custody of the child, new girlfriend come in, and she ended up unaliving the child. And in those cases, they both of them get arrested, both of them go to jail. But me as a father, how do you reconcile that? You know your woman is mistreating your child from this previous relationship.
Oh yeah, Shannon don't have no kids. That's right. But
Like,
I'll tell you another incident. This was when we was kids too. Now, mind you, me, my brother, my sister, we and my dad didn't have nobody up here in Detroit that we can depend on as far as family. And so her and my dad got into a real bad. It was the middle of winter. If you know anything about Michigan, it get cold and it get very snowy up here. That particular year, it was the snow was high and it was very cold. Her and my dad got into it. She kicked us all out. My dad, me, my brother, and my sister out in the middle of the cold, nowhere to go. Froze my dad's accounts. And when my mother got in touch with her, my mother said, well, give him some money so he can bring my kids to me. And y'all figure out what y'all gonna do. But for the fact that you got mad at him and threw my kids out in the cold, that's not cool. And so that's why I say, man, I joke around a lot, but I've been through a lot as a kid. With women, with my dad, and the women that my dad decided to make his wife. And my mother not really being there, but later on finding out once I got older that if they would have stayed together, one of them would have probably killed each other. And so in that aspect, I'm still working with my mom. I love her to death now. But it's hard. It's been hard. It's been a hard life for me as a kid and trying to figure it out. And
well,
I think I'm doing okay now. I still have some questions and answers I need from my father. Well, I'm kind of, and my wife said this. She said, "You're kind of scared of your dad." My dad ruled with an iron fist when we was growing up, and he wasn't no joke. He wasn't no slouch when it came to discipline. So and then with talking with my mom, I have some questions I have for my dad, but I ain't got to that point to where I'm comfortable with asking my dad them questions without him blowing up.
well, you better ask him now, bro, because life be life, and it ain't promised.
So I don't know. There's some things I gotta figure out. I don't know how to figure it out, but
Now
I'm a lot better than I used to be.
well, let me ask you this, Skilly. When she put him out, did he go back to her after that?
Yeah. That was together for a couple more years, Yeah.
See, and I'm nowhere in this am I disparaging your father at all.
No, I understand. Go ahead.
But see, that's where as a man, I would take issue with that because it's one thing to put me out. If I did something or whatever, that's just assuming he did something that warranted
Right.
her anger.
Right.
That's one thing. But to kick me and my children out in the middle of winter, that show you don't care about me. You definitely don't care about my kids. So why, as a man, would you go back to that situation?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can kind of put it in perspective for you, and like I say, this is just me speculating. He's looking at the fact that a lot of times, especially in older generations, the men weren't prepared to take care of children.
Yeah.
So they felt like I need to get a woman in here to help me take care of these kids.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he sacrificed y'all well-being in the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's one of them situations though. You do need closure on that, man. I suggest you go. When first chance you get, you talk with him about it. It's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation, but it's a conversation that number one is long overdue, and you deserve to have that with him, bro. You deserve that level of at least understanding. I ain't gonna say closure, but understanding.
Right. Yeah, it is, Trap House. Definitely gonna be a tough one. I've been debating things, and with my mother, because I know me, my dad, and my brother, we went up there to see my sister graduate, but my mother didn't come down here to see me and my brother graduate. And I question that. Why, mom? Why you didn't come? So I got some issues I really need to work out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, it hit different because you want that love from your mom, and that never go away.
So,
But like you say, hey man, I'll tell you from experience. Me and my mama had a couple of uncomfortable conversations.
Gotcha.
You know, I've been vocal about this in the Pound Pass show. Mama, you married two drug dealers, and I look at her now, and she's a church lady. You know, saved and sanctified. How do you reconcile that? What was you into that you felt that the need to gravitate toward this type of individual?
Mhm.
And she sat down and she answered to the best of her abilities. I didn't like the answer that I was given, but I got answers.
Right.
You know, so I that's why I say I encourage you to go get if you want those answers, you deserve them from both your mom and your dad.
Yeah, that's crazy. For me and my mom, after I took the test, and after I took the test, I called her, and we talked for about an hour and 15 minutes, and we was talking about. She was like, "Well, I really didn't have myself together when y'all was coming up, so I try to have myself together with the grandchildren." And she has done an amazing job with them. And she said, "Well, with the circumstances, and we couldn't get y'all everything y'all wanted. Um, Now I'm in a better space. I'm saved, and just what you said. She's saved now. She's definitely heavy in the church now, and she's been for quite some time. And we had a nice conversation yesterday, just reflecting. So, when I do talk to my mom, she will talk. I guess I talk to my mom a lot easier than I do with my dad, and that's because he's always had that iron fist. He rules with an iron fist. He's been like that since I was a kid. So I don't know. I gotta one day build up the courage to say something before it's too late. But I don't know.
Hey man, ain't no better day than today.
That's true.
When you come off the live, hey man, have that conversation. Prolonging it doesn't help you. And
No, I don't.
just from you talking on this, you want those answers. Hey, you deserve it.
That's true.
You know, you should go on to get them because, like I tell you, man, tomorrow ain't never promised.
That's true.
So, I
It's,
mean, it's tough, bro. But I tell anybody, man, hey, parenting don't come with no handbook.
no,
Ain't
I
no
don't.
instruction manuals to this.
And one thing I like to say, and I say this to anybody, I'm glad he was there. I will give him that much credit because he didn't have his dad. His dad wasn't there for him. The first time I met my grandfather as an adult was when we put him away in the ground. I never met my grandfather as an adult. First time I seen them again was when we was putting him in the ground. When we went home to bury him. And so my dad didn't get that experience of a father. So he did the best what he knew how. And I just thank God for his mistakes because his mistakes is what's leading me to be a better father.
And that's what it is, man. Every generation builds upon the mistakes of the last. You don't make the same mistakes your dad make. Your kids are not gonna make the same mistakes you made. You know, and that's why you see a lot of times bad parents. A lot of times end up being good grandparents, but they have hindsight to look at. Okay, I should have did this better, this better, this better, because they're looking at you as an adult and they see their shortcomings in them raising you. So that's where that guidance comes in with the grandkids. That's why they be so involved with the grandkids and so into telling the kids, hey, don't do that, don't raise them like that, because we'll remind you, hey man, when we was growing up, you used to beat the mess out of me.
Yeah, I
And
tell him I'm like,
now you all soft to them. Well, I see what that lead to. Yeah, but that's
man,
that's that's them acknowledging the mistake that they made. They saw error in what they did, and they see us making the same mistake, and then they come back and try to correct us. Now, a lot of times they don't verbalize why they're chastising us for doing the same thing that they did,
yeah,
and that's their shortfalls. They have to realize if you go say that I'm raising my child bad or you don't agree with this, you gonna have to tell me why because I'm following the example that you gave me.
exactly. It wasn't no talking back in the day. It was.
Right. So you get
You know what
smacked in
time
the mouth for talking back.
it is. You know what time it is. Come on in this room. That was my daddy used to do. My daddy wasn't doing no talk. Yep. Yep. Come on. You know what
And
time
now,
it is.
and now they turn into Bill Cosby.
All right. Come on.
You America's best grandfather. Well, you was hell on me when I was growing up.
Man, you ready to whip me and beat me at a drop of a dime, boy. I
Right.
tell you, these do something. Boy, you want to talk to them all nice and calm. Where was that?
Hey man, my mama threatened to curb stomp me. Do you know what a curb stomp is? I said, you threatened to curb stomp me. You gonna get on me for telling my child to sit down.
Right. Man.
And
Man,
then
man.
you see the difference in parenting though
Oh, I see
between
it.
siblings.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm the oldest, so the oldest always get it the worst.
Oh, I'm the oldest too. My mama I would have had an older sister, but before me, my brother, and my sister was born, she passed. So it made me the oldest. So yeah, I got, man, hell on earth. You talking about, we were number 3. Me and my brother's 1 year apart. Me and my sister is 3 years apart. 83, 84, and 86. So
Yeah, it's always bad. It's on the oldest. You go because you and that parent are both trying to figure this out.
yeah.
The second child, they're gonna make different mistakes. By the third child, that's why you always see the baby always be the spoiled one.
Yep. My sister spoiled it. Man, we
That's
used
how
to
it be.
ride and go home. And my sister used to argue about that front seat. My dad used to be like, y'all don't get y'all asses in the back. I'm like, man, come on, dude.
But that's because that parent is number one. They older. They tired. So they ain't got much fight. Like you as a parent, you ain't gonna have much fight left in you by the time that youngest one get through.
Yeah.
Yes, curb stomp Charles Henry. She thread the curb stomp me. Took me out there and said, bite down. Hey man, you trying to decapitate me. What is wrong with you?
Man. But yeah, man, it's definitely fathers, we have to step up. And I'm not making no excuse for a woman or a man, but you know, when my son was born, and I told him to his face, I said it's two things you're born with a strike. You have 2 strikes just because of these 2 reasons. You're black and you're a male. My job as your father, I'm gonna paste the link back up here. My job as your father is to make sure, with all my well-being in my body, to make sure you don't get that 3rd strike. And as fathers, that's what we're here for. And even with my daughter, when she was born, she has, 2 strikes against her. Or some people might just say 1, being black. But I do too, being a black female here in America. And it's my job, well, it's her mother's job to make sure she don't get that 3rd strike. And that means teaching her everything she knows about being a woman, how to respect herself, how to have others respect her. And that's something that I can't teach her. So, I want my wife, her mother, to be there for her. I wouldn't feel right just because I'm not a woman. I can't do that. I could teach you how to be treated. I could teach you how to be loved. I could teach you how to be there for you when you need your father. But as far as femininity and female things and what the female body goes through, dad can't teach you that. Only person that can teach you that is her mother. And so for that, man, I'm telling y'all, women, let the men be fathers. Let them make the mistakes. As long as they're not deadly mistakes, let him be a father. And men, and women, don't get so defensive and don't get so mad to the point that you, because she said something to you or he said something to you, that you stop being that mother, that father. You're always a mother or father regardless. In my experience as a father, I say every child is different, so the relationship is slightly different as well, but the goal is always the same. Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely. My son is different than my daughter. 100%. She's different than him, and he's different than her. So I have the same goals for them. I want them both. My goal as a father is to, first of all, be productive in whatever you do. If you go for it, go for it 100%. And the reason why I tell them this is because I follow by example. 2017, I applied for the fire department. No, 2017, I applied for the Detroit Police Department. And the same year, 2017, I applied for the Wayne County Sheriff Department, which I'm applying for now. Got denied from both. I was a little discouraged, didn't feel like dealing with it, so I never went back to even deal with it. Last year, I tried the fire department. I failed I passed the written on Detroit, failed the physical, went back. I failed the physical by 4 push-ups. Went back. I think I went over 2 to 3 push-ups and passed the physical agility test. Went from there to the background interview. From the background interview, they denied me employment and to go to the academy. Went from there, went straight to the sheriff department, took the written test, passed it, sent me a letter saying that they wasn't going to be able to hire me to become a sheriff. Last year, did the fire department, passed the fire written, went to the physical out of, I think it was either 7 or 8. It was either 8 or 9. Obstacle course you had to go through. Ran out of time at the 6th one. So I had 6, 7, 8. So I had 3 more to go, I believe. 3 more to go. And because they timed me and I failed that. Got encouraged. My pastor told me about a guy that works at the sheriff's department, Wayne County Sheriff Department, and that they was hiring. Messed around and did it. Filled out the app. Just recently did my fingerprint. Then just recently did the written test. Passed it, and now I will Monday be calling to schedule a physical agility test. What I'm teaching my children is, regardless of what they tell you, never give up. I could have gave up that, so 17, it's 2024, so you're talking, I would have been 33. Yeah, 33 in the sheriff department. Yeah, that was 7 years. So I would have been 33. And so me and my son had a moment together at church, because I was the first one to show him my test results, and he was very happy for me. So I'm always preaching, man, regardless of what somebody tell you, even though you might get discouraged, go for it again. And I never stopped trying to get better and better. And so I always wanted to be a policeman anyway. Coming up, I always wanted to be some type of law enforcement, and so to kind of get this dream to come true, man, I'm hyped. I'm ecstatic. I gotta go do this physical agility test. I think the next one they got is August 17th, where the campus that I was at. Get that done. I'll be training from here to the 17th. Get that done. And then it'll be somebody probably from the background giving me contacting me to deal with that. And so yeah, that's a lot of, and I told my kids, I'm not your friend. I'm your father. You have friends in school. I'm not your friend. But what I'm teaching them is, regardless of what somebody tell you, if you feel like it's yours, go for it again. No, I don't do that. And so I might be in the jail first. I'm praying. I want to do the courthouse, but from what I heard, a lot of the people, a lot of the sheriffs in the courthouses, and had to go through the prison system first. And so I'm asking for favor in that aspect, that I go straight to the court system. But if I don't, I always wanted to be in law enforcement. So it's a childhood dream of mine that's going to come true, and I just can't wait. Most people say when you do what you love, it's not a job, and I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be in law enforcement. So in any capacity of law enforcement. So we will definitely love this journey that I'm on, and grateful for things to come in. That's it, New York. So shout out to everybody that came through. I know this is kind of a, subject that, like I said, I talked to before on my channel about this, and it's not to bash the women that had to do what they had to do. But at the same time, man, if the father wants to be there, let the father be there. Let him make his mistakes. We're not perfect. I don't understand why men think women should be perfect, why women think men should be perfect. Hey, if they came out with a book to how to be the greatest or the best parent in the world, then this would be easy. This would be easy, but it's not easy raising children. And I get it. Now that I have my own, it's not easy. And so let's do the best to give our children the best opportunity that life can offer them. Get your feelings out of it. That's my mess. That's pretty much what this is about. Keep your feelings. Get your feelings out of it. Give him the opportunity to be there. If he don't want that opportunity, then guess what? That's on him. At the end of the day, you can say, "Hey, I tried. I gave you that open door policy." If y'all going to play some basketball, if you want to go take them to the movies, you always had that opportunity. And so, at the same time, women and men, take that opportunity. Because I see so many times that these kids become star athletes, and then, or they come into some money, and then now the father want to step up. Well, it's a little bit too late now. Oh, he's an NBA, he's an NFL star now. Now I can step up. But he's gonna forget you. So I encourage everybody, if you're a father, step up. Do what you have to do. And as fathers, having a good time can cost you. You hear what I said? Having a good time, that one night can cost you 18 years. Do you really want to deal with that woman for 18 years? That's another thing y'all need to think about. It's fun now. But once you get off that ride, that experience, that's over with. Do you want to deal with that person for another 18 years? Because you got to deal with them. Whether they ratchet, they ghetto, they always, when you see them, they ain't never got no clothes on. Well, what you think you're going to get? You going to get a bad product. And I'm not saying that the child is bad, but the reason why I said it is because now you're not going to want to step up and deal with that woman. That woman not going to want to deal with that man. So all the way around, you have to protect yourself, women and men, to who you want to be the father of your children. That's on the woman too. There's no excuses. If you're gonna go out here and do what you do, and you know everybody grown, let's get that straight. Everybody grown. They got protection for women, and they got protection for men. So, a woman, if a man don't want to protect himself, put on a condom. Just saying, put one on. I got female condoms out here. They got male condoms. Put them on. Stop having 6 babies by 4 different men. Like I said, you grown. But at the end of the day, if you're not protecting yourself, then guess what? You're subject to a child. And women, do you want to deal with this man? You don't even know him. Spent one day with him. And now y'all got to deal with each other for the rest of y'all life. And men, if you don't think that's your baby, go get a DNA test. Hot tub, I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you. But because it's costing, man. These are children that's gonna take care of us. You know, I want my daughter and son to know who their mother and father is. Even if it's outside, if we're not in the same household, I want them to know that they'll be taken care of by their mother and by their father. And so, women, men, be responsible in your sexual activities. That's all I'm saying. Be responsible. What's up, integrity? Now go integrity. Say get it regardless. Get the D. That's one thing I think we had on somebody said you get her DNA regardless of a child. What's up, what? So, man, the reason why I say that, man, these young men and these young women that's running around is going to have to take care of us. I'm going to get old one day. I'm going to need my son or my daughter to, if not the nursing home, take me in. Take care of me. I took care of you, take care of me. So, and you know, sometimes that you could take care of your children today 21. That don't mean they're going to come out good. But at least you can say, well, I tried my best. Your mother tried her best. Well, Joe, a lot of these guys say it's too good. Why it's still in there? Okay. A lot of these guys pull out game is trash. And that's why they got 6 different baby mamas. A lot of these boys' game is trash. Pull out game is trash. Get your DNA results on Skilly Sunday. Oh, well, the hot tub said his pull out game is trash. See? You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself. But, yeah, man, we're creating. Well, I ain't going to say we're creating, but when the kids don't have no understanding of where they come from, you get a lot of this foolishness we have here in the world today. And then, you know, I don't want no guy that don't got himself together to date my daughter. No. No. And we got to stop playing with these children's lives as they are video games. Stop weaponizing these kids, man, because you hurt the kids in the long run. And like I said, women for me growing up was a problem with me becoming a man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It became a problem because I couldn't understand why my mother wasn't there the way she should have been. And I made that mistake growing up to say my mother was dead to me. Them are powerful words that came out of my mouth. And luckily my mother is still with me to this day. And I love and I cherish her. And I wish now I could be home to take her out on her birthdays, go over her house on Christmas. I don't get that chance because of where I'm at. So, man, don't squander your life on what if or what could be. Live in a moment and take care and give everybody their flowers while they're living. Love you guys, man. Take care of one another. It is your favorite gun on the Checking Out Jay Skilly. Thank y'all for coming through. The I think I had a max of 12 showing up that was looking at the live today. So thank you for my 12 million folks that tuned in today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And teach your daughters how to pick and properly for any man. There you go. That's a word. You gotta teach them. So shout out to y'all. Love y'all. See you in the next one next Sunday. No, I might be here next Sunday. I might not. No, I'll be here next Sunday. I will. I got something to do Saturday. My daughter's showcase is Saturday, so I might videotape it Saturday. Oh, your therapy bill, Jova? My bad, cuz. I mean, I like to talk about life. Life ain't all about guns. Sometimes, you just need to get some stuff off your chest. And that's what I use this for, man. I love it. I thank everybody that always come through every Sunday. It's not always about guns. We would talk about guns, but most of my lives is about life. Life. My cat. Did I? Hold on. Let me see. I might have my Cash App on there. That's my Cash App, man. If anybody want to send something. I usually use this, not even for the channel. I usually use it to take my son out to go shooting. He wants to go shooting. So a lot of this, I don't even put back towards the channel. A lot of the cash up I get, I use it towards him, for me and him to go shoot, spend some time together. So if you feel free, that's the cash out. If you don't, I'm fine with that as well. So thanks, Hot Tub. But if you want to, that's the cash out. I use it to take my son to the range, spend some quality time with my son. So if you feel free, if you want to, go ahead. If you don't, I understand that too. Peace, y'all. Be safe.